on, we're gonna mention even more weak devil fruits, like the fruit that powers up your enemies or the fruit that ruins your life. But first, let's talk about the devil fruit that actually injures you. Yeah, the millet fruit only works if you hurt yourself. See, this fruit lets you create little dongo balls, which are basically sugary rice balls. But every time you want one, you need to pinch your cheeks super hard. In fact, if you use this ability too often, your cheeks will start bleeding. Now, this alone makes it one of the worst fruits in my opinion, but it does have a pretty unique power, because if you feed these dongo balls to an animal, it'll follow your orders for a month. Now, this devil fruit does have potential, because if you feed the dongo balls to a strong creature like a dragon, you could technically build a deadly army. But if you can't find any strong animals, you're basically left defenseless in a fight, which keeps this devil fruit on our list. Now, when it comes to devil fruits that would suck in a fight, we gotta mention the pump fruit, the only devil fruit that makes your enemy stronger? See, this devil fruit turns you into a motivational speaker, and every time you hype someone up, their fighting spirit will increase, and they'll even get stronger. This devil fruit's biggest weakness, though, is that if the enemy side hears your motivational speaking, they'll also get stronger, meaning that you could ruin your chances of winning a battle. Now we have the pile fruit, a devil fruit that's useless if you don't have any friends. See, this fruit gives the user the ability to combine with other people to get really big. And theoretically, if you got enough people together, this fruit would have the potential to become the strongest power in the world. But if you don't have any friends, this power is completely useless. Now, this next devil fruit is so trash, it doesn't even have a name. It belongs to this guy who briefly showed up in the Marineford War, and it gave him the power to turn into a caterpillar. Listen, out of all the transformations he could have gotten, this guy really became a caterpillar? What kind of abilities can that devil fruit even have? Now, at number 12, we have the Stitch fruit. As its name suggests, this fruit lets the user stitch things together. And this would be an amazing ability if you were an art teacher. But in a fight against deadly pirates, this fruit is just weak. But at least it doesn't have the dumbest weakness in One Piece, because that's the problem that the mirror fruit has. See, this fruit was eaten by Brule, and it gave her the ability to travel to the mirror dimension, allowing her to go from mirror to mirror in a flash. Now, this is a super useful ability, but it also comes with a giant weakness, since Brule's enemies can also access the mirror dimension, meaning that they can chase and capture her. And this is actually what Luffy and the Straw Hats did, capturing and then forcing her to use her devil fruit power for them. What's crazy though is that this isn't even the most embarrassing weakness a devil fruit has, because I gotta give that title to the Berry No Mi, a devil fruit that turns you into a bunch of balls. This power is horrible, because once you turn into the balls, all you can do is just weakly bounce at your enemies, and what's even worse is that if you lose one of the balls, you can never turn back into a human. This power is like the worst version of Buggy the Clown's devil fruit, because he can split his body into multiple pieces, but at least he still has control over his body parts. Dang, imagine living the rest of your life as a floating ball. Now, one of the weakest devil fruits in this video is the one that lets you live 2 lives. The fruit works like this. Step 1, die. Step 2, become a ghost. Step 3, find your body and boom, you're back good as new. Dang, you get a second life for free. How can this be a weak fruit? Well, before dying, you'll have no powers. The only thing you get from this fruit is the devil fruit curse, which makes you lose the ability to swim, meaning that this fruit is only useful if you already have some sort of power like hockey.